My name is Pablo Camarillo. I am a PhD student at the Western Institute of Technology and Higher Education in Mexico. On behalf of my thesis advisors, Francisco Cervantes and Luis Fernando Gutierrez, today I'm going to expose a task-based evaluation methodology that we are proposing for visual representation of dynamic networks. Exploratory graph analysis has become relevant for business when the network visualization supports the decision-making process. For those problems with data represented as network, a good visual representation is highly required to perform successfully an exploratory data analysis. To determine whether a network drawing technique is good or not, several approaches have been proposed, such as those focused on characteristics of network layout or network shape in case of working with large graphs. Another type of networks are those that change over the time, the dynamic networks, in which most of the evaluation approaches are focused on the preservation of the mental map. However, most of these evaluation approaches are not necessarily involving users, and that is the motivation of this work, to propose a task-based evaluation methodology for the visual representation of dynamic networks. In order to outline our methodology, we use a task taxonomy for temporal exploratory data analysis tasks. These tasks can be categorized for nodes birth or dead over time and network growth and contraction. To evaluate the visualization usability, we use the standard ISO 924111. This standard measures the usability of a software in terms of efficiency, effectiveness, and satisfaction in a context of use. The methodology proposed consists on two phases. The first phase is to establish the context of use required by the standard ISO 924111 and consists on the following steps. Obtain the dynamic network data. Define the temporal exploratory data analysis task to be evaluated. Select the group of users that should complete this task, and finally, establish the layout algorithm to visualize the network. The second phase is to analyze the exploratory data analysis task and consists on measure the time spent for each use to complete the given tasks. Apply a satisfaction questionnaire after finishing every task, and finally, compute the effectiveness and efficiency. Our methodology was applied to evaluate two of the most popular tools to analyze networks, Gephi and Cytoscape. Results obtained from Gephi shows that it is 100% efficient. Regarding to effectiveness, the average time spent to complete the task was 46.9 seconds. In terms to task difficulty, user satisfaction goes from 57 to 71% of users. For time spent to complete tasks, satisfaction goes from 29 to 43. Finally, 71% of users are agreed with the information provided by the tool to complete the tasks. For Cytoscape, we found that it is also 100% efficient. However, the effectiveness is 68.1 seconds. In terms of task difficulty, user satisfaction barely reaches the 29% of users. For time spent to complete tasks, satisfaction goes from 29 to 43%, and only 29% of users are agreed with the information provided by the tool to complete the tasks. With the results obtained, we can conclude that the methodology proposed shows how can be effectively evaluated the visual representation of dynamic networks in terms of usability of the tool used. Overall, user satisfaction results show that a good animation do not necessarily support the process to complete successfully exploratory tasks. The analyzed networks do not support currently several exploratory tasks, specifically for large dynamic networks, and future works should be focused on processing large amounts of data. Thank you.